Hey guys, what's going on? This is Travis and welcome back to the channel. And today, Defense Dad and I want to talk to you about Thunder on the Prairie 2024. This is going to be our third time this is going to be taking place, this event that's going to happen. Number three, man, three-peat, baby, three-peat. That's right. And it's going to happen in Firth, Nebraska Shooters. So Defense Dad, what do you want to say about this event? How's it gone for you the last couple of years? You've been here for, a couple visits, right? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it last year went really well. I think every year it just keeps getting better. I
Yeah.
think the format we had last year, which we'll talk about, worked very well. So we'll do something similar to that this year.
Oh yeah, definitely. We are talking to sponsors right now. We've got Bear Creek Arsenal on board. And did you want to mention anybody that you know that said
Yep,
that they might
we've
be there?
got,
Who else?
as in the past, we have Monstrum Tactical is going to be signed up as
Yeah.
well. We're getting back in touch with some other people, just waiting to hear back. There, a lot of them are. I think a lot of them are on vacation after SHOT Show. To be honest with you.
Yeah, we're gonna just hold off, and I'm not gonna contact anybody till probably next Monday. So right now it's February 7th. So we'll give people kind of a week to get back to work, and then we'll bug them on Monday or Tuesday and say, hey guys, we're doing the event again. And we'll have nice, swag bags all set up for everybody and put them together like we did last year. So
Yep.
So we'll just talk about the venue real quick. So Nebraska Shooters, I'm just going to kind of scroll through the website here. When you go to nebraskashooters.com, this is where you go sign up. When you scroll down from the main page, when you go there, we'll put the link to Nebraska Shooters in this video down in the box down below. By the way, we're not doing this live. We wanted to not have to manage a live stream while we're talking, like the conversation going on in the side chat. So you guys can leave comments down below, and then Defense Dad and I will respond back to the questions the best we can to give you the most accurate answer. That way, that's kind of an FAQ for the event, so people can see it when they come watch this video. They're like, oh, somebody asked a question on this, or if a question pops up, you can just put it there instead of emailing us and waiting for us to reply back. You can put it there right away, and I'll be frequently checking this video for questions. So as you scroll down the Nebraska Shooters page, you're going to see all kinds of different classes that are coming up. It's an awesome facility. By the way, we're renting the entire range the whole time. So that's why we do have the small fee that we have for you to attend. Defense Side and I don't benefit from this monetarily. Like, we don't get paid directly. We do, make some videos from the products that we test at the event. And you guys can do that too if you go to. And we'll talk about the audience, who you can expect to see when you go there. So as you scroll down through the calendar, it's Thunder on the Prairie 24. Now, the 23 logos on the left side, that's going to be switched out soon to Thunder on the Prairie 2024. So it's Thunder on the Prairie 24. It's going to take place in the event. It says 57 spaces available. Last year, what'd you say? We had over 20 people, didn't we? 20 different, and then probably a dozen channels represented. What do you think?
All told, we had about close to 30.
30 people attend the event, and we're talking about having more vendors this year too, which is going to be really cool. And yeah, I think it's going to be great. Now, like I said, I'm not going to mention people directly, but we did have Mead Ammunition on board last year. We did have Cleanse Oil with us. We had Bonstrom. We also had Versacarry.
Yep.
Holsters and belts got donated to the event. We just had a lot of really cool sponsors. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody. Wayward Sun Custom Gun was a sponsor for the event. A lot of people brought stuff that they want to just put out and give to people. G-Web's donated a ton of patches that we just laid out on the table, which was awesome. So we had an opportunity for people to grab patches and do some swapping, and a bunch of them that you see right here came from G-Web, so he contributed to it. So again, really cool event. If you decide to go to sign up for it, you scroll down, and this has the basics of where it's going to take place. It is out in the country. It's about 12 minutes outside of Lincoln, Nebraska. 15, maybe 20,
15, 17 minutes outside of Lincoln.
So 20 for me, 15 for you when
Yeah,
you're driving. Yeah, 20 and 12, right? And so, like, there is lodging and stuff you could get in Lincoln if you want to. I'm already getting, my place is already going to be occupied, so I won't be able to offer a couch or anything like that, unfortunately. But anyway, that's what's going to be happening. So when you book, it says $0 to $25. So right now, if you're a vendor, we'll be talking to you about booking and what's going to happen. But if you're just going to be a regular attendee, it's going to be $25 per day. Defense Dad, when's check-in going to happen?
So historically, it's been, and this year is the same. Like, people are staying like at the bunkhouse. You show up Friday night. They do have a limited spaces available in the bunkhouse, but they fill up pretty quickly. But yeah, it's $25 per day per person. So if you're bringing 2 people, it's $50 per day. And that fee just basically, it's what he charges instructors to come. And then if you need the bunkhouse, it's on a free will donation basis.
Yeah, they just ask that you put your sheet and stuff in the washer and dryer. They won't be supplying towels, so bring towels, and you may want to bring your own pillow if you have your own favorite pillows to use. It's air conditioned, sort of. Like, some of the rooms are air conditioned, and some of them are limited with air conditioning. And if it's hot out, it could be a little bit warm. Just telling you ahead of time. So if you can't handle the heat, like I said, but there is a main like kind of clubhouse room where they've got a pool table and a bar and couches and TV and stuff set up. There's also a full kitchen upstairs, and there's also a kitchenette downstairs. So that's going to be some of the facilities that are there if you don't want to get a hotel room, or if you prefer to do a hotel, you can do that. It's always an option too. But when you go to book, something I want to mention, when you go to sign in, it's going to ask for a password, and that's going to be Thunder 2024 or Thunder 24. Do you remember?
Thunder 24, capital T, and then the letter two, the numbers 24. Yep.
Yeah. So
and the only reason it's password protected is it just keeps it separate from his other bookings, because he teaches classes and everything. It just keeps it separate from that kind of thing, easier to track.
Yeah, so just type that password in there. You do have to create an account to sign up, and that's just because of the way the payment process works. And then you just get like a thank you when you're done signing up. Eventually, you do get a confirmation for signing up for the event. But if you don't hear something right away, it's not a scam or anything like that. It takes a couple days for the confirmation to show up. You don't get an immediate receipt like Amazon or anything like that. But just so you know, it will give you a notice that you signed up for it. Eventually, you do get a receipt, and it will show up as a charge on whatever card you put it on. So that's just so. The whole sign up process, that's what's going to happen. So let's talk about food for the event. You may want to bring yourself food. Did we go out Friday night? We did go out Friday night, didn't we? We usually find a restaurant in Lincoln that can host us, which is really hard in the summertime. But yeah.
Dinner's on your own. We don't, Travis and I don't pay for it, but historically we have provided like rolls and donuts for breakfast,
donuts and coffee,
fruit,
Saturday and Sunday in the morning. Yeah,
and then lunchtime, just simple fare, like we'll grill hot dogs and hamburgers and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we'll do burgers and hot dogs, some salads, some sides, some chips and things. I'll pick that stuff up like I did last year. But if you guys want to bring something, you're welcome to. Or if you want your own food, you can do that. So yeah, lunch would be covered, but dinner won't be. We usually go out that night, or people just decide to go out, or people do their own thing. So just understand that Lincoln on a Saturday is packed. Every restaurant is packed. So we try to go someplace that can get us in quickly, that has good service, which is really hard to do for a huge party, especially if you don't want to have to like rent a party room. So we'll do what we can, but do just make sure you bring yourself a cooler so you got some food and snacks and stuff like that. We'll have some stuff for you there, so it'll be good.
We had a whole bunch of bottled water, keep hydrated last year.
Yeah, we'll have water out there. I'm gonna pick up some sports drink to put out too, because that way you don't get dehydrated from the heat, depending on how it is. I don't remember, what was it like? Was it nice out in the morning? Was it hot? I can't remember if it was warm out last year. 2 years ago we had rain.
It was pretty nice. The first year, the first day it rained. The first half, but then it cleared up and then it was good.
So the weather is a crapshoot. It is severe weather season for Nebraska, so just be prepared for that. Just so you guys know. But otherwise for the event, that's going to kind of how the lodging is going to work. Now let's talk about the actual event itself. So the audience here, it's going to be a mixture of gun tubers, pro Second Amendment folks, people that just enjoy shooting. I've got family that are going to be attending just for the joy of being able to enjoy a firing range to yourself, the entire range, not just one little line of pistols. We've got, what do we have, Defense Dad? We're all the different stations that people can shoot at. What do they got?
Well, I'm not sure if we do the exact same course of fire, but I mean, are you talking about the contest?
Not the competition. We're just talking about in general. What do they offer the shooters? What can they shoot?
Several ranges. Yeah. They have one range that's totally dedicated to 22. They have steel targets set up for that. Then there's another range set up for rifle that's got it shoots across the pond where there's dueling tree and plates. I believe that handles up to 308.
Yeah.
Then next to it, there's some more steel, and then there's the pistol range, and then there's the shotgun range as well.
What's the pistol range? 15 people on the pistol range, or 20? What is it?
I think it's 25 at a time.
At a time. So we can all be shooting as long as we're watching our firing lines. We can have multiple people out there shooting if they want to.
Yep.
Now the actual filming itself of the videos, those of you that are gun tubers that want the opportunity to be able to walk around a range and shoot, approach your target, walk away from your target, you'll have that opportunity. We do ask that you kind of reserve, how much time you take up in any area of the range that you're using. But a lot of the people that attended last year made a lot of videos that were there. They used a lot of different shooting stations, had their cameras set up, and we're there to help you film too if you want to. So it's not just going to be gun tubers, but if you want an opportunity to shoot on a firing range and maybe you can't do that back home, you have that opportunity to do so here, which is really cool. And then obviously I'll be working as a range master, range marshal, and defense at you may be doing that too, like we did last year. We're just there since we're officially NRA certified pistol and firearms instructors. So I'll get you guys all covered. So yeah.
And it'll be, I think, pretty sure the same format as last year. The first day we will have a shooting contest in the morning, and then it'll be kind of just a fun shoot in the afternoon. The second day we reserved for filming, so just know if you're there, you can sign up for blocks of time, and you can record. And the event was originally intended for gun channels to get together and be able to meet each other in person and do stuff we don't normally get to do on our own. But again, it is open to the public as well. But just understand it, people are going to be filming, and especially on the second day.
Yeah, you might show up in the videos. You might see yourself in the background. You might be on the range with somebody else. But
yeah, well,
those of us that met,
there's a release you sign that you're given permission for your likeness to be in videos.
yeah, we will create a Facebook 2024 Thunder in the Prairie group that you guys will be able to follow and check out. I'll put a link to that once that's created. We posted a lot of pictures and just updates of events and videos. It was really cool. I'll post the 2023 page so you guys can check it out, and that'll be a great time. If you guys have any sponsors, those of you that are going to be attending, if you have sponsors or companies that want to work with this event, let me know and we can talk to them and see if we can set something up.
Yep.
So last year, Mead Ammunition really came through. And again, I'm going to ask them to be a sponsor again this year, and it's up to them, whatever they want to do. But they were, man, we had like 9mm, tons of 5.56, got a chance to shoot 77 grain hollow points, which is a wonderful ammo that they make. And so
Yep.
Mead is a Nebraska-based company. They are a turnkey. Basically, they make everything from the machines that make ammunition to designing calibers to manufacturing ammunition and components. So they do all that. They are an amazing business. So a lot of the ammo you guys buy, it's been made on machines made by Mead Ammo, or they've serviced the machines that makes the ammunition that you buy in the store. So they make it for a lot of companies. So they're very awesome, and they really pulled through in the clutch for us the last couple of years, which was cool.
Yeah,
So we're going to talk to them again and see what they can do. I don't know, what else you want to say about the event? What else should people know? I guess if they're going to be there, we got the lodging, the food covered, the shooting contest. So that first day, we had breakfast, we had a prep, we had an overview meeting about what's going to happen, the rules of the range.
And just speaking of the rules of range, when you come, it is an outdoor range. We do have some stages set up with firearms for people to shoot, but we do not carry firearms around. If you're gonna have a pistol, it's either got to be in a case or in your holster. It is a range you shoot from the holster.
Yeah, so you do have to have them holstered when you can't just walk around with the gun pointing whatever direction you want to. And yeah, so we'll have the table set up so that you can set your case down and get your gun out, do your filming, do your shooting, put it back in the case and carry it back on the firing line. But if you have it holstered, that's not an issue. So just we'll have some generic holsters you can use if you need them, but we can't guarantee we're gonna have a holster that's gonna fit your gun. So just keep that in mind. If you got something you want to bring and draw and shoot or practice with, that's going to be the situation. So
yeah, and in all, it's both years. This certain people have had a great time doing it. People said it's a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun hosting it. I'm sure you have as well.
Oh yeah, it's been awesome. It's been great. Last year was so much fun. The first year was a lot of work. The second year was easier because we already knew what we were doing.
I'll probably be doing a lot of camera work again this year, like I did last year, just kind of documenting the event.
Now, if we happen to have it raining, it is a large facility indoors. We could talk to the vendors. You guys could film with the vendors if you want to. Some of the companies will be showing off their stuff and, talking to each other and kind of bonding with each other. That's part of the fun too, is being able to meet these other gun tubers that we see like we do through the camera, but then to get to meet each other face to face, hang out and bond. It really is a good time.
Yeah, we started it because we have all these friends that have YouTube channels, and we always talked on panels and live streams, that sort of thing, but never get a chance to get together in person.
Yep.
And it was just, it's a fun, inexpensive way to do it too. It's a lot lower cost than going to a lot of the events that you would go to.
Oh yeah. So what we're charging for basically one day of shooting, that'd be like 1 hour at an indoor range or 2 hours at an indoor range in Lincoln. Don't get me wrong. I love our indoor ranges, but I'm just saying we're offering a lot of value here. Like the swag bags alone last year were probably worth like $50 to $75. The stuff that we gave, what we
I added it up, and not that we're promising to get this year, but we probably gave her away somewhere in the area of $4,000 to $5,000 worth of stuff last year.
Yeah, we've already got 2 uppers on deck that we're going to give away from Bear Creek Arsenal. A couple 5.56s that are going to go out. Optics from Monstrum, hopefully. They gave like 3 sets of scope rings to everybody. We had multiple red dots and sights and magnifiers. I mean, it was crazy what they donated. And then Cleanse Oil came through and gave us hundreds of dollars and clean supplies to give out to everybody. We put samples in every bag, and Blackout Coffee Company kept everybody highly caffeinated the whole time. They pulled through, which was awesome. And that company's growing by leaps and bounds. So they're really giving Black Rifle a run for the money, which I really like because they've been supporting small channels since the beginning. They contacted me years ago when I had like a couple hundred subs. They said, "Hey, you want to test our coffee?" I said, "Absolutely." So yeah, they're cool. Let's talk merch. Let's talk about merch because we had a wonderful experience with Spring or Teespring or whoever did the Thunder on the Prairie merch from last year. Let's talk about how things are going to change, right? We decided to keep stuff a little more grassroots, a little more homegrown, right? So Wayward Son Custom Gun does a lot of great custom and like screen printing, embroidery, printing, whatever you want, products and stuff like that. they do a lot of their own merch, right? And so I talked to John over at Wayward Sun Custom Gun. I said, look, man, I said, we want to put you in charge of this. You come up with the logo or logos, whatever you want to do. We're going to put you in charge of the merch. You can benefit from it. You know, you'll set the prices. You're going to be the guy that's going to do the shipping. Because what happened with Spring or Teespring is people would order stuff months in advance, and they either didn't get it by the time that Thunder on the Prairie kicked off, or they got it right before, or they got the wrong stuff. And some people got just completely wrong items. And Spring or Teespring is, I don't know what the problem is. I think they got bought out, and it's just not the same company. And I know they advertise for my merch on my YouTube channel, but they're either owned by YouTube or Amazon or in cahoots with somebody. I don't know. But they were not a good company to deal with. What was your experiences with Spring there, Defense Dad?
I ordered my hat 3 months before the event, and I received it a month and a half after the event.
Yeah, like 5 months wait time. And so I don't know if they just wait to do massive batches so they can hire people and then fire them, or what the deal is, but that's not going to happen with Wayward Sun Custom Gun, right? It's going to be a much better experience. John runs a really tight ship over on his channel, and I'm going to have a link to his business, his YouTube channel, so you guys can check it out. You guys are all set to go. And we'll try to do a little compilation video and put one out there to all the links to all the channels that were present. I think we did that for the Mead Ammo videos. Anybody that was there got their links posted for their channel to kind of help promote each other, you know? So, so Wayward Sun's going to be in charge of the merch. Once that stuff goes live, I'll post it as a community, posting. I will, make a video on it and let people know about that also. So thank you very much for that. I do appreciate that. Wayward Sun Custom Gun, you guys are awesome. Because it really was a headache, because people were contacting me, and I'm like, look, I said, I can't contact Spring because, they're selling my designs, but I'm not the customer service guy. And they were, complaining to me and upset and frustrated. I'm like, I can't talk because it's your own order, it's your own money, and I felt really bad about that, because people were buying the stuff that, we did make a little bit of money from. I think we made 50 or 75 bucks off of everything we sold for Thunder on the Prairie, which was quite a bit for Spring, but not so much for us. And that all went to food anyway, so it didn't matter. So, again, it's not a money-making event. It's about bonding. It's about bringing the community together, having a good time, doing a lot of shooting, having a wonderful time on the shooting range. And that's pretty much what it is.
When it all comes down to it, the only cost involved is your travel time there. And then they shut the range down for us. So that's what the small daily cost is.
Yeah. Plus you get, and people were great about, passing firearms off to each other, shooting a lot of cool guns maybe you never shot before. I shot 5 or 6 different pistols, different brands I never shot before, and they were awesome. It was also fun helping people film some of their videos. That was really cool too. So,
and for God's sake, we went bowling with 12 gauges. So, there's
that was one of the So the shooting contest, I guess we didn't really talk about that, did we? No, we didn't.
Not yet.
Okay, so the shooting contest happened on was that the afternoon of the first day? That was the afternoon of the first day. It was it
was the morning actually.
In the morning we did the shooting contest, we had lunch, then we did the drawing, and then the afternoon we just fired away for the rest of the night. That was pretty much it.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And then the competition itself, what were some of the stages that we had for people?
Oh, so we had they have some cool stuff out there. For like at the 22 station, they have like when you look at the old school like carnival, cartoons. They have the metal ducks on you shoot
the ducks going across on the bell, and you had to ping them down with 22 rifles. Yeah. We were using our Plinkster. What was it again? We were using the Rossi 22
and the
Plinkster, or not Plinksters, Rossi 22 RS 22s. Yeah.
And then they also have the 22, like the pneumatically operated plates that we just put back up. We have
a Taurus TX22 stations. Is where we weren't running those.
We did one station with rifle, one station with pistol.
Yeah, we'll have those.
And we did. Let's see.
We had an AR station. You had to shoot
2 stations with ARs. One with just a red dot, and one with the LPVO.
Mm-hmm.
Dueling a tree with an AR at 65 yards is a lot of fun. I'll tell you that much.
Yes. Oh yeah, that was sweet. Yeah, we tore those deals up, man. That was crazy. Yeah.
And then we had several pistol. There was multiple stages, but I think the one everybody had the most fun with is that we literally set up real bowling pins, and you get 2 shots of the 12 gauge to try to clear the.
I think I got a strike on the first shot, didn't I? I can't remember, because I shot and ran off to go start the grill. I think I got a strike right away.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And we were shooting with the the one shotgun that'll never fail, the Mossberg 88, right? Isn't that what we used? We used mine. If I'm not mistaken.
A couple out there, but that was everybody's favorite.
Yeah, did you have your H&R partner pump out there too? The Beast.
I did. Yeah, yours was lighter, so everybody liked that one.
Oh, I know. Yeah, the 88 Mossberg 88 the Maverick was so light. So I might just bust out the Beretta A300 Patrol this year and make it happen. So That's probably going to be the situation this year. I want to let people really enjoy it and shoot it. So,
So we'll do a contest very similar to that. I mean, that contest took all morning, and then
yeah,
we have separate shooting contests in the afternoons to win some of the big prizes. We shot that crappy Derringer last year that everybody hated. So
yeah, we had a competition where we pick a random, just awkward, odd firearm, and we have a shooting contest to see who's the most accurate with it. So 2 years ago, we used Gary's life card, 22 Magnum or 22 LR pistol. It was a single shot 22, right? Is that what it was? Yeah,
yes, it was.
It was a credit card that folds open into a pistol, and then everybody had to take a shot with it, and nobody had really shot it beforehand. And I did the first shot, and then whoever got the closest to me was the one that actually won the contest.
Yep.
Then we did that. It was the Derringer, you said? Is that what
it
we
was
did?
a Derringer 22, but that thing had the worst trigger.
The trigger was like 25 pounds, and you don't even like. It's just like you're like, am I just pulling on iron? Is that what I'm pulling on? Because it like barely moved, and then it went off. So yeah, we did have an accuracy contest, right?
That's usually for one of the grand prizes, like one of the AR uppers or something. But absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be a good time to get everybody together. Once again, people kind of get to make that road trip out and just shoot and make videos and bond and hang out. And it was even just to see some of the other fellow Nebraskans too. It was awesome to kind of get together with those people. And we got some people attending this year that did not make it last year or the year before. I don't want to call them off because it'll be a surprise. Just in case they can't make it, but there's going to be a really good crowd this year. So make sure you guys definitely get signed up, and the numbers would help us really help us. So we know how much food to plan for too. That would really help me quite a bit. So
we had people from as far away as Washington State. I mean, it was a great time. It really was.
Michigan, that's that state that's south of Iowa, right? Is that right? I think that Michigan. I always do that on purpose to make poor little Squibby, wonder about my geographical knowledge. So, but no, anyway, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be fun, and it's going to happen again. I need to get signed up and registered myself and get going. Cause I mean, I paid to attend the event also. And yes, we're going to get a hold of the, what's that?
Let's see. Yeah. We both pay the same cost as everybody else.
Yep. We don't do it for free. We go out there and we also volunteer as range marshals also. So it's going to be good. So cool. All right, we forget anything? I'm sure we're forgetting something. There's probably something we didn't mention, but I mean, like I said, just, right now we're working on the sponsors. You guys have questions, post them in the comments down below. We'll respond to them so other people can see it like an FAQ, so they know what's going on, or if there's something you need to know, we can tell you about it.
I think the biggest thing for right now is everybody coming. If you want a space in the lodge, you need to register pretty soon because they have very limited beds and it fills up fast.
Yeah. And then, like I said, you get the full kitchenette. You got the bar, the pool table, the TV. You can sit up and chill. We've got good air-conditioned facilities. It can be comfortable. If you get kind of overwhelmed by the heat, you can go into the air if you need to.
They have
nice indoor classrooms.
They have portable air fresheners air conditioners throughout the thing, just not one in each individual room.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll definitely get you guys covered. So you don't have to worry about that. So if you're somebody that's not used to the heat, because who knows what it's going to be like, and we'll definitely give you guys a forecast ahead of time because Nebraska weather is a very interesting child. That's all I got to say. You never know what's going to do, man. I mean, like it was 2 weeks ago we were 20 below zero, and today we're up to 60. Is that right?
Something like that, yeah.
55, 60, and now it's raining. So go figure. It's actually warm out. So, all right. So if you guys have questions, post them down below. Let us know, and we're going to see what we can do. Otherwise, you can email me at thecalibercorner@gmail.com, and I will respond back to you, and I'll put usually my email address is down in the description box down below, so you guys get a chance to see that. Yep. And anything else you want to add, or are we good?
You can also email me at defensedad1. That's the letter one, or letter one.
It's been a long day. Number one. Yeah.
defensedad1@gmail.com as well.
Cool. All right, guys. So thanks for joining us, and a lot of information going out there. Hopefully you guys got a chance to hear everything. If we forget something critical, I'm sure we will. Just let us know. We'll answer that question in the comments. But I think that's it. So Defense Dad, thanks for joining me, and we're going to go ahead and shut this one down. All right.
All right.
Take care, man.